And hello again, people, and welcome to another Let's Play video of me doing a League of Legends game. Pretty much, this is a normal game. Pretty much, I am playing the champion Lux, where I will be pretty much fronting the mid lane. We also have a Kindred. Pretty much she will be the jungler, as well as the Morgana, who will be pretty much the support to our Ezreal, who is our AD carry, and then we will have Echo fronting the bot, or not the bot, but the top lane. And pretty much on the enemy team, we have a Renekton. You'll be handling the top lane, and then we have a Diana. She will be the jungler for the enemy team, as well as a Katarina doing the mid lane, who will be pretty much fighting up against me. And then we have a Caitlyn, pretty much being the AD carry, and then we have a Gnar as the would assume to be the support, as far as I am aware of. But I will spoil this match for just a brief moment. But I will eventually win this game. Will be pretty much a win for my team, but it wasn't the most easiest of wins, safe to say. But we do eventually win, safe to say. But so yeah, nothing really too much to really mention. I do start off with the E, which is basically an area of effect type of ability that eventually does do damage. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep me pretty much on my own camera for just a moment here. But pretty much at this moment, pretty much the cat hasn't really done a whole lot. Hasn't done a whole lot of damage to me as of yet, but that will change in a very brief moments in time. But so far, no team kills as of yet. But we do have a pretty decent, sizable gold advantage at the moment. But I will definitely say that I kind of got off to a pretty rough start against this Katarina, as you just saw there. Pretty much with Kat, and pretty much her debut launches a knife. Launches a knife into it, and she can pretty much use her E, as I do some damage towards her, but compared to the damage that Katarina can pretty much do, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough to do, and essentially, if she can use her E, it pretty much cancels out her E, as far as I'm aware of. But as I said before, it does not get easy for me, safe to say, and won't get all that easy for pretty much bot lane, safe to say. But I was essentially trying to be as cautious as possible. And pretty much Katarina, can't remember if she put a ward in there. I would assume that would be that they did put a ward in there. I do have the fog of war turned off, so pretty much you can see pretty much virtually all the map. But she does come in right in behind me that I apparently did not see. And fortunately for me, I probably, I don't think I did go back to base, which I should have. Based on that fact. But unfortunately, they don't even really show. They don't even really show the gold totals. But pretty much 29 compared to her creep score of 29. It's not that bad. And I do get. She does get the first blood, but I do kill her pretty much in the process of being in the turret, and then eventually the turret getting somewhat the last hit. But pretty much at that point, pretty much I thought this could be kind of an interesting fight. It's safe to say, but still a pretty decent size gold advantage. Just only about 100. About 100 difference there. But pretty much bot lane's been pretty much getting there. Getting pretty much pushed back as that Gnar pretty much does just about anything that a Gnar can do. Safe to say that Katarina, I will also spoil this again, but pretty much she does get a pretty sizable kill total. I don't want to say how much, but it's quite a bit. And usually the running joke between me and pretty much Jason Scott and Hollywood Dawes pretty much is that I usually have a hard time playing against the Katarina, which I usually end up feeding against the Katarina, which pretty much holds true to that sort of fact. But I can't remember for sure exactly if top lane feeds all that much. I mean, it's kind of difficult to counter against the Renekton, but it seemed that it seemed to be quite an interesting take on that. But Katarina did get a kill against Kindred, but pretty much she's only at 2-1, so still pretty. So pretty much at this point, it's still relatively a winnable battle, but it's starting to become something a little bit more cautious as we pretty much get a kill. We pretty much get a kill on Diana, but we end up getting killed by pretty much Katarina. But let's take a look at her build at the moment. I mean, she has pretty much just only have boots and a couple of biscuits. Can't exactly remember what those things are called, but she does build some attack damage in there, a little bit some lifesteal as well. Trying to read exactly what. Can't really read it. Can't really make it out, but I'm sure it's something that has to do with her ability power, which pretty much she has no mana. I mean, she uses no mana, and so if you buy a mana specific item to her, it's kind of relatively ineffective. And kind of looks like she does come right in towards me, and she gets a pretty easy kill from there. Unfortunately, I did not relatively see her because she has just such a burst ability that's just absolutely insane. It's kind of relatively broken. And some guy in the game actually did say that pretty much Katarina is the second most broken champ in League. Pretty much one. Excuse me. And of course, number one would be Master Yi. Looks like Kaylin does get another kill. So then Katarina gets another kill. So she is at 5-1. 5-1 at the moment, as I do put in another ward there. I do use a flash to bring that down. Let's see here. So pretty much the only one pretty much on our team that's positive is pretty much Ezreal, which safe to say does feed quite a little bit. Renekton does try his hardest against the 2v1 with a Diana and a freaking Echo. Even with his ult, it's still somewhat not effective. And his ult pretty much is kind of like NASA's ult. It's like an area effect, as Katarina does get a very, very easy kill. Pretty much, I learned later on that later in this game, that her debut, once a knife lands on something, pretty much she can shunpo her way into it, and then her E, pretty much her shunpo, is cancelled. And then she gets the ult, and we all know what happens with her ult. It can get pretty devastating. As Katarina does die, and Kindred does get the kill with Renekton assisting on that. And there I am trying to assist with that. And I do believe, as I miss my Q right there, so I do help. Pretty much, I do help Renekton there. I would have thought that I got the kill from that, but I honestly couldn't remember. But there's Echo over there. Echo there again. So pretty much Renekton goes back to base. So let's go back. I always hated that you have to change to a different teammate's view in order to go back to the one that you are at. And I believe that she does get a kill from that. She did cancel her ult just to get to me as well. So at this point, at 14 minutes and 30 seconds almost, it looks somewhat bad. Looks somewhat bad for us. There is about 800. No, actually, no, pretty much a 1,500 gold gap. So then bots turret does go down. So Katarina is pretty much at 8 and 3, and I'm at 2 and 5. As I horribly miss my ult. And I could have gotten an echo there from that one time when I was trying to get the kill from Renekton, but pretty much at this point Renekton is the only one who's positive, as he and Kindred were relatively our only hope to really get fed. Morgana possibly stole that kill, quite possibly, but pretty much at this point, in the game, it's kind of really, you pretty much gotta take whatever you can. Gnar gets a little bit of a poke from there. So looking at, pretty much looking at bot lane, they're only 1 and 4. And it gets quite a bit worse for them. My turret's definitely losing quite a bit of damage. I'm losing a little bit of health right there. But pretty much I kept building AP, which is the smart thing to do when it comes to pretty much Lux, as she is somewhat of a mage. And I do get away from that ult, but essentially she does quite a bit of damage. So 133 damage and 170 AP. It's definitely safe to say that she hurts quite a bit. As I said before, we do win the game, but as I said before, we definitely had to earn it. More ways than one. So pretty much while the action's going on, pretty much in mid lane, Renekton does slowly push top, and those two do go back. Diana does survive for that, and I'm slowly retreating after getting that kill from Katarina. And I do believe that Renekton does get the second turret. Does get the second turret there. I mean, for all intents and purposes, the bot lane did get the first turret. Did get the first turret there. And normally with the kill score like that, pretty much it's usually a FF at 20, but for some odd reason, for whatever reason, I felt that we could definitely win, but pretty much at the state of the game it looked pretty bleak, but pretty much Baron about to go live in 50 seconds there. And Ezreal does go down, and then she gets the triple kill, and then she gets the quadra kill, and then she gets the pentakill. So she is at this point really fed. She's pretty much really fed. If she wasn't fed already, she already is. And that is the second turret that the other team does take for us there. And then Baron goes live there for 20 minutes. And they do take the inner turret from us. So it's safe to say that it was probably a FF at 20. Safe to say. I mean, when pretty much our bot lane pretty much is 1 and 8. 1 and 8, it's pretty tough to do. And the gold advantage was a pretty sizable one. There is a pretty good battle. Very good battle for really essentially the blue team again. But I believe that would be one of the last few times I die, which pretty much at 7 deaths in 20 minutes is pretty bad. I mean, pretty bad. And fortunately, this game was a normal game. And normally, if I was playing a ranked game, which, by the way, I am Bronze 1, I just have to get on a good team and then win 3 or 4 straight games, and then I get promoted to Silver. And I could explain the whole promotion thing pretty much over the whole video, but I would really don't want to do that. But they do take a little bit some gold there. Pretty much Nar and Caitlyn. And pretty much the Echo and the Diana aren't really super fed. The Caitlyn did quite a bit of damage, which would be the normal thing to do. She does get she does get a double kill again from that. And I do come in a little bit late in the battle. I do get a little bit of some damage, but I was definitely aiming for definitely aiming for the Echo, who was pretty much the lowest of the low. And I do get a kill from that. That would be probably my first kill in a while, since I was 2 and 3. So pretty rough game for me. But I do get kind of fed. I do get kind of fed from that, but look at that top lane here. Pretty much our minions desperately holding on to dear life. Even though the turret's starting to slowly crumble. She does hurt quite a bit, and I do get a little bit of some revenge on her by killing her. Safe to say that was probably one of the first few fights that I felt that we were definitely able to possibly win the game, but as the kill score shows, we are still pretty far away from winning. As Renekton does teleport back to mid. And not a whole lot of enemy team champions, pretty much just only the 2. And then Echo does join in, and then Katarina, fed as she is, pretty much joins in the battle as well. So, a couple of dead bodies there. I believe that would be, what is her name? Kindred. Which, by the way, if I don't remember Champion's name, it's probably safe to say I don't remember. when I first started getting into this game, there were only like 20 champions, and most of them were easily recognizable, but pretty much now it's like there's just so many champions. A lot of them broken as hell. Nar going into his ultimate form there, pretty much the kind of like a lion. Lion. Really cool name though. Godly Gengar. Obviously a reference to the Pokemon. And Joker Wild Jr. Hyper Bros, rather. We have Morgana. Trying to clear a creep wave. She does get me again, Katarina. But we only get one of them, and they get 3 of us, and it's not a fun battle. Not a fun battle when you lose more. When you lose more of your team than the other. Not quite fun. They do have Cloud Drake, which does help them out quite a bit. I'm trying to exactly remember what Cloud Drake does, but it does help them out quite a bit. So here, just take a look here. 25 plus out of combat movement speed gives them quite a bit of an advantage. Yeah, I don't get the assist for that, but pretty much Echo showing off his mastery there. Quite a cocky little bastard in here. We have another battle. But Kindred does get a kill from that. I'm not even sure what I was doing, but I don't remember exactly. But Morgana is somewhat useful as a creep clearer. I think it's her E that does create an area of effect. But somehow she doesn't get the kill from Katarina, which would have been somewhat in range there. But 29 kills, 29 kills for Katarina. It's pretty normal, I'd say. Pretty normal, I'd say. Have the Redayana taking this. We'll find out in a moment. Slaying the dragons. So I believe that would be the Infernal Drake, which with this silly discrete camera decides to do that attack damage and ability power 8% more. So definitely not something that we really want. And mid turret, safe to say I didn't really do a whole lot of damage towards Katarina's turret, and why would I expect anything less? Because she's pretty fed, and then I do get a kill from the ult, and pretty much norm there. Pretty much the norm there. If I remember right, I believe that is the last death that I will incur pretty much the rest of the game. The last death that I will get dealt with. So I mean, I'm doing the right thing, but as far as so many deaths, pretty much I should have probably built some MR to help fight against Katarina, but I usually go against that kind of train of thought, but yeah, whatever. And then we have Kindred. Pretty much has, let's say which, yeah, a lot of attack damage, attack speed, and damage items. Looking at her attack speed, pretty much 1.5 attacks per second, and that's for her auto. And for those of you who don't really know what auto attack is, it's pretty much what that Gnar was doing, pretty much just attacking it without using any abilities. So it does look pretty bleak. I mean, they're somewhat pushing at our base. There's only 3 of them, and we do take them pretty easily. And we only lose one of our guys, fortunately, Ezreal. And yeah, looking at Ezreal and Morgana's numbers, that would be 3 and 16, I believe. So pretty bad, man. Not a good. I do think that she did overextend there a little bit, and she did get caught. They get caught in the middle with that, so she did get caught quite a bit in the middle there. And let's just drop that down a little bit. So then I pretty much go down here, get a little bit more gold. Try to get a little bit more gold here. I do believe I build a Ludens, which does help out quite a bit with my ability power. And it kind of charges up pretty much once you use an ability. It kind of bounces off of certain minions and stuff, which does quite a bit help. Quite a bit help with that. And kind of Renekton does kind of somewhat fall in late, and he does get caught a little bit in the wake of Katarina. And just kind of looking at Katarina's build here. She has a Void Staff, a Banshee's Veil, Hex Tech, and then a Death Cap, which is the God item. If you want to go AP, as we get a pretty good victory there. None of my team goes down, but 3 of them go down. But Diana and Caitlyn does decide to hang back a little bit. And apparently they did try to surrender, oddly enough. It's somewhat strange at the moment, but man, they are somewhat winning. But pretty much when it comes to team fights, pretty much it was just only really Echo, Katarina, and then Gnar that really strove to win, as we do take Baron away from them, and that's she does use a Zanya there as a way to pretty much shield herself from any damage, which somewhat helps. Somewhat helps, as I did try to use my ult there, and it was relatively ineffective against them. She does get another double kill, but in that team fight we only lose 2, and then they lose 3, and possibly 4. But yeah, definitely possibly 4, which unfortunately no. But Echo's kind of a slippery bastard, so kind of worked out well for him. But apparently he didn't really go back to base, but well, at least at that time he does go back to base. So we finally do take my turret. That is the first turret kill for quite a while. So that would be about 18 minutes. So at least a good 18 minutes worth of no turret kill. I mean, safe to say the biggest part in winning games in League of Legends is trying to get turret kills, but it kind of goes hand in hand. I mean, you can get so many turret kills, but if you don't win the kill score battle, it's kind of a lost cause there. I did get my ult there. Apparently Katarina did not try to chase me there. I do get a kill on Echo. Kill on Echo there. Still no Ludens there. Still no Ludens though, but eventually I do build something a little bit more to that. So, and the kill score still is a relatively sizable advantage there, and the gold totals pretty much 3K gold difference. So then we have Caitlyn trying to clear out a creep wave as much as she can, which she is a very, very good crowd control champion. So, and then Top's turret does go down, so it's a 5-3 turret advantage there. So, yeah, let's say possibly, yeah. Well, Kindred almost did get a kill there. But Diana did hurt quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit, but Echo does eventually go down. Go down quite a bit there. So then I do kill Lux. There. I really should bring the camera back to me, but quite an interesting battle nonetheless. As Nar does go back to the other side of the map. So kind of looking at my stats here. 519 ability power, not a lot of damage, but pretty much when you're building AD doesn't really all that matter. And there we are, boys and girls. That is Ludens. I believe I get a kill just based on my Q that really takes out one enemy. So we'll just have camera focused on me. And I do believe that I go to top. So we'll clear out that creep wave there. Try to drive those minions back. And once they came. So I'm definitely trying to trying to box them in. But they do get a kill on Ez. Or, well, actually, Ez gets a kill. Never mind. Excuse me. As much of a feeder as was in this game, he didn't get quite a few kills. He did tip the balance a little bit, so that wasn't more of just a me show. And once again, she does use the Zonya, which relatively is somewhat ineffective there. Did I die? No, I didn't die. That would be probably the tipping point. That would be probably the tipping point there. Even though I could possibly say that the tipping point was pretty much a while ago. But I think the tipping point was a while ago. I mean, I was starting to get somewhat fed. But overall, I relatively had a bad game, especially early game. And someone was trying to ping to go Baron, but not a whole lot of options there. And then most of their team was somewhat close to getting back. I do believe Renekton does escape from that, which he did, probably about a couple seconds. Saved by a couple seconds. Take a look at Katarina's numbers here. 649, 19 ability power as we do win another team fight. And Katarina just waiting to attack. She does get a couple kills there, but at this point, her team is definitely feeding pretty hard. It wasn't really her fault. Her team was starting to lose quite a few battles. I actually did somewhat feel bad for her, as we do get Ace and kill pretty much all 5 of the team members, or in some case 3. Depending on the game if you're playing. And I do get credit for pretty much the Baron kill. So and then turret battle, we're winning that 6-5. And pretty much noticed it was about 50-3-5 a little bit ago. Yeah, it's now 54-47. So that's pretty much a 12-4 run. 12-4 run there. It gets quite a bit worse for the blue team, sadly to say, as Gnar definitely overextended there. definitely overextended his reach. So then I do get a kill. From that, and I pretty much become unstoppable. So that 7 and 9 that I was at earlier, pretty much it's now 12 and 9. I do believe I get at least one more kill. Out of this whole spiel. I do go back. Do I go back? No, I don't go back. Never mind.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And here, red team turrets. So they do take pretty much all of our turrets. But we're pretty much right now in their base at the moment, as most of their people are starting to return after dying. Unfortunately for Ez, he kind of waited the last moment there to exit out of the base. But fortunately for us, we pretty much got out of there right quick. And assuming they do try to take Cloud Drake. I can never remember the names of the dragons. But for some odd reason, the enemy team decided to stay back. They could have easily won that battle. But here I come. In terms of the ability power advantage, I wasn't really relatively in the same league. No pun intended. I was leagues away from compared to the level that Katarina was at. So we do take Cloud Drake. Cloud Drake away from them. I mean, the blue team could have easily took Elder Dragon. God, as I said before, I'm not good with my dragon names, so you'll have to forgive me. So then we have Kindred taking red, taking enemy team's red, and she almost got the kill. From that, but kind of took a little bit. So there I am there. And that was that. I think let's try to go back. Over there. Let's focus on us. Kind of just strolling into the battle, and then boom, that was pretty much my cue right there. That would be, I believe that would be my last kill that I would get. So that 3 and 7 that I had quite a bit earlier is now a 13 and 9. And the gold advantage is definitely back in our favor, as well as the turret battle, and then the kill score is still about 2, pretty much a -2 gap there. So then pretty much the bot minions starting to push that turret really hard. And that would be game. So definitely a hard fought victory. Not an easy victory by any means necessary, but it is a win. A win is a win. So looking at pretty much the final numbers, Renekton pretty much splits even at 8 and 8. Kindred at 20 and 17. I as 13 and 9. And Ezreal does somewhat get a little bit back to where he was before with 8-14, but -6. Ouch. Then our Morgana pretty much at a 7 and 10. -3, definitely easily better than his 80 carry. But pretty much the biggest feeder of them all was definitely on the Echo at 84 and 13. Yikes. And 8 and 11 for pretty much Diana. Pretty decent number there, but probably the biggest player of the game. Player of the game was definitely not on our team, but pretty much Katarina with 37 kills and 17 deaths and 9 assists there. So definitely a +20 there. And Caitlyn does fall quite a little bit back. I'm at a +1 there. And then Nar at a 1 and 8 with that. So pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, probably will start doing more. League of Legends videos, kind of like this, kind of showing as a kind of a commentary on a replay, So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little side of it. So until then, I will see you guys next time.